Hey folks, Maverick Indicators here. Welcome to another episode of Back to the Trading Week. Every weekend we kind of have this back to the future kind of fun vibe thing that we do. And we look back at the previous week on how the Maverick indicators would have done. Now, normally I post about one of these every single weekend, but because this weekend is a holiday weekend and the market was closed on Friday, it was Good Friday, so the market was only open for 4 days this week. I'm jonesing to trade, and so I'm like, hey, let's put some more indicators to the test and let's look at how we would have done this past week. If you go back to our YouTube channel, we won 4 out of 4 days using the Maverick Orb strategy. It was an absolute banger. We're doing about $1,500 per day in that video. And then yesterday, I posted a video putting the Maverick signals to the test. The Maverick signals in combination with the Maverick AI Pro. And we were looking to make $1,500 a day. And we absolutely crushed that as well. Did $6,000 on the week. So today, here's what I would like to do. I want to put the ultimate trading assistant to the test. If you are not familiar with the Maverick Radar, this is the game changer. I'm not joking. This is an absolute game changer for so many folks. And what this indicator does is it serves up A+ setups. It literally is grading your chart as it is happening. And I think if you haven't seen this indicator, I think you're going to be pretty blown away. This is like by far our most popular indicator. And the Maverick Radar, it just crushes it day in and day out for many of us. Okay. So here's the rules of the game. We're going to try and make $750 per day in the previous week that just happened. Why $750 per day? Well, we've been doing recap videos where we've been going for $1,500 a day. I got some emails from some folks saying, hey, man, I can't even imagine making $1,500 from a trade. Never mind making $1,500 from a trade every single day. Like I can't even get my head wrapped around that. So we're just going to cut the target in half. We're just going to look to make $750 per day using the Maverick Radar, the ultimate trading assistant. All right, so we're going to be trading CL futures. And again, this indicator, by the way, works on NinjaTrader and TradingView, and it works on futures. It works on crypto. It works on stocks. This thing has been killing it for me on options at the market open. Just absolutely banger of an indicator. Like we had some great trades earlier this week on Microsoft. Just had an A+ setup, took the options. It was awesome. So whether you're trading futures, crypto, stocks, it doesn't matter. We're going to trade the New York Open Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to take the first candle that we have an A+ setup. All right, the first candle that we have an A+ setup. So when the Maverick Radar tells us, hey, you have an A+ setup, we're going to jump into that candle. My only caveat is I want to skip that first candle when the market opens. You guys know I never get in the first minute of market open. Okay, so yeah, there we go. I knew I put it on here. We're going to skip the first minute of market open because that's just gambling. You know, the market, everybody's piling in, the bell rings, and it's like, oh my gosh, where is this going to go? And like I mentioned earlier, we're going to look to make $750 per day. And we're going to risk $750 to make that. So we're just going to do a 1-to-1. So that means if we lose, a couple of days, because it was only a 4-day trading week, that'll just wipe out our week. We'll be, net, we'll be break even, which actually isn't the worst thing as a trader, but we're here to make profit, right? We're here to make profit. So we're going to be using the Maverick Radar, the ultimate trading assistant, to make $750 per day. Let's jump into the charts. All right, so we're going to be doing this exercise on TradingView, but as you guys know, our indicators work on TradingView and NinjaTrader. Just TradingView has this really cool like replay feature where you can just go bar by bar. I am on a 1-minute chart. Okay, I'm on a 1-minute chart. So those of you who have the Maverick AI Pro and all of our indicators, we're on our 1-minute settings. for the candles. And then I am monitoring the 5-minute chart with my Maverick radar. Why? Because I don't want to get stuck in the minutia of the 1-minute chart. Okay, so a lot of folks watch the 5-minute chart and then take their entries on a lower time frame, right? They look for their entries on a lower time frame. That's pretty much what we're doing. I have my Maverick radar set for the 5-minute chart, so it's monitoring, looking for an A+ setup on the 5-minute chart, but I'm trading the 1-minute chart looking for my entry, okay? So if you're unfamiliar with our indicators, let me give you a quick little spin around. Then we're going to try and make $750 per day, just literally blindly taking an A+ setup from the Maverick radar, which I would never do. I want to know price action. I want to know support and resistance levels, but I just want to show you how powerful it can be to take just an A+ setup from this indicator, okay? So really quickly, our indicators are like this, all right? So you have the Maverick AI Pro, which is coloring your candles to the data underneath the hood. What does that mean? We run a formula in the background to decide the severity of the buying or selling data, okay? And there's a lot of crunch work that's going on in the background. But what it does is it turns your candles into essentially like a heat map. So bright green is your strongest upside candle. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Let me find some downside data here. Okay, if you see pink, it will most likely sink. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. So think about the edge here. You don't just have red and green candles. You have an indicator that's actually coloring your candles to what is going on underneath the hood. If you see pink, it will most likely sink, okay? Bright green is your strongest upside candle. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Just beautiful. Look at this buy signal, and this thing just took off. Look at all these buy signals screaming at you to get in, and then it just popped like insanity. And it was just get in, get in, get in. And this is the power of the Maverick signals, by the way, that we put a video out yesterday where I showed you guys we would have made $6,000 pretty blindly taking these buy and sell signals. Again, not the way that a real trader would trade, but that's what we kind of base the exercise on to show the power of these indicators, okay? So bright green is your strongest upside candle. Hot pink, if I can find it, hot pink is your strongest downside data candle. Gray, we stay out of the gray. We do not get in gray. Gray is indecision or reversal candles. We do not trade gray candles, okay? We just do not trade gray candles. Maverick Multi-X, all 5 traders right here, trader 1 through trader 5. These are algorithms, but think of them as traders. They all have a different style. They all have a different way that they like to trade. They all have different things that they look for to take a trade. So what they're doing is they're voting across 6 time frames. See, I have this set for the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 3, the 5, the 10, and the 15. You can set these for whatever you want. You can actually add a 7 time frame. But back in the day, years ago, I couldn't read, I still can't, I can't read 5 different charts on my screen and then trade and then expect myself to be able to trade the one that I'm on. Because, you know, there's power in looking at multiple time frames. So what I did was I spent a small fortune and we built, and this is kind of the start of Maverick Indicators, is that we built, but it started just for me and my trading, we built this indicator where it's 5 completely different style traders and they're all voting across 6 time frames. So instead of having 6 charts on my laptop, which is hard enough, and then reading them all and then making a decision if I want to take a trade or not, why not have the Maverick Multi-X up top right corner, 5 traders, and they're just watching the 6 timeframes for you and they're casting a vote. So if you look right now where this chart is frozen in time because the chart needs to be moving for this to be calculating and working, they're all bullish across 6 timeframes. How powerful is that? So when you have 5 traders all voting bullish across 6 timeframes, you're stacking probability in your favor. All right, one last indicator. Let me add it real quick. All right, and this is the Maverick Trender. Just added it down here. Now, this is not like any line indicator you've ever seen. I don't think. I don't know. But, you know, like a stochastic or an RSI slowly comes up and slowly comes down, and there's so many fake outs. With this guy, we worked really hard to minimize as little fake outs as possible. Now, obviously, you can't control all that because the market makers are very, very good. But when this line is pegged to the top, it is showing massive strength and momentum. So you can see this whole rundown, how many times you got these flat tops. We call these flat tops. It can't go any further, so every candle, it just keeps running against the ceiling, okay? And then look, it retraced back up and you lost your Maverick Trender. When it's at the bottom, it doesn't mean anything. And then you started to come back down again and boom. So, I mean, this is, let me just show you the power of this indicator real quick and then we'll get into our exercise. But look at just this run right here, this flat top. It went from here to here. Let's say you didn't even get the full move. I mean, this is from 102.30 to 101.40. If you're unfamiliar with CL, pays $10 a tick, and this is a monster move, okay? Same thing with this guy right here, this flat top, boom. By the way, the trender also, we have so many, this is a huge move on CL, huge move. We have so many folks that use it for scalping. So they take a scalp when this thing engages. We actually automated it and put out a video. If you look back at our YouTube channel, pretty banger, crushed it. Just taking scalps when this thing engages. If it's green, that means it's to the upside. If it's red, that means it's to the downside, okay? So what the Maverick radar is doing, and I got it really big here. Normally we don't trade with it this big on our chart, but I just wanted to show you guys and make it very apparent because this is what the video is about. What the Maverick radar is doing is it's going through our entire checklist of things we look for from our Maverick indicators, and it grades the setup. So imagine having the ultimate trading assistant in the lower right-hand, wherever you want it. You can put this anywhere on your chart. You can put it up here, you can put it over here, you can put it in the middle. I don't know why you would want it in the middle. You make it really, really teeny. You can make it really, really big. But imagine if you had this trading assistant on your chart that is grading each setup. Do you not, because right now we have no setup. There's no setup for this right now. Probably because you're coming into market open, it's not checking all the boxes, right? So you don't have a setup. But then it'll tell you when you have a B setup, because you want to know when a setup is about to happen, or you're losing a setup, and then an A plus setup. So what are we going to do here? We're going to go Monday through Thursday. We're not going to skip a day, just like we've been doing the last 2 days on these Back to the Trading Week episodes. And we're just going to blindly take an A plus setup. When the Maverick Radar, the ultimate trading assistant, goes through our entire checklist of everything we're looking for from our Maverick indicators to score an A plus setup, we're just going to whack that mouse. We're going to get into the trade. We're going to look to make $750 every time that happens at market open. Okay, so we'll do it once per market open after market opens. And we're just, the only thing that we're going to do, the only caveat to all this is we're going to skip that first minute of market open, because you and I both know that's just gambling. Jumping in minute one of the bell ringing is just gambling, and that's not what we're here to do, okay? By the way, beautiful buy signal right here. But anyway, okay, cool. So without further ado, let's do this. Let's look to make $750 per day using just the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar. Okay, here we go. This is 928. And this is one more candle to market open. Okay, so market just opened right here. We do not have a setup. We do not have a setup. So here we go. Boom. And we are just right there. Okay, so keep your eyes right here every single day while we're trading, because this is what we're looking for. We want an A plus setup either to the upside or to the downside. So keep your eyes peeled, and this big, huge alert comes up when we get that, all right? All right, so here we go. A plus setup, we're gonna buy. Here we go, we're gonna do $750. We're gonna do $750. Okay, so you know the rules. We got to hit this green line before we hit this orange line. We got an A plus setup, and we're looking to make 750 bucks every single day. So we're up $90. Woohoo! We're up 90 bucks. Still have your A plus setup right here. Boom, smashed right through it. There's your 750 bucks A plus setup called out by the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar. All right, and here I'll just show you real quick. There's your 750 bucks right there. So there we go. All right, so Monday is a win, taking an A plus setup from the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar. Let's now look at Tuesday. All right, here we are on Tuesday. You don't have a grade going into market open. And that is because, look at all these gray candles, folks. Okay, and I cover this a lot, but folks will go, how do I stay out of chop? Stay out of gray candles. Don't get into gray candles. The Maverick AI Pro colors your candles to the data underneath the hood. What do you see about these gray candles? Gray candles means indecision or reversal, okay? But when they're going sideways and they're gray, stay out of it. Do not get into gray candles. That's one of the powers of the Maverick AI Pro. All right, so we got a buy signal coming. See, this is just chop. This is right before market opens, okay? We're on a 1 minute chart. So the whole world is waiting for the market to open. Okay, so here we go. Market opens in 2 minutes. I gotta go one more bar. Okay, so here's your first candle. Market opens. It's figuring out what it wants to be when it grows up. Okay, so now we got a B setup to the upside. You have a B grade setup. So guess what? My eyes are open, my ears are up, right? My antennas are up, I guess is more the saying. All 5 traders are voting bullish across 6 time frames. So that means a lot to me, okay? But the market just opened. The market just opened. We don't know what's going to happen. This is a 1 minute chart, okay? So keep your eyes right here, folks. We're going to wait for an A plus setup. Keep your eyes right here, really right here, but you'll get a big alert when we get an A plus setup, okay? Well, it's kind of going a little sideways. Now it's reversing. Let's see here. B setup. There's a sell signal. Check this out. If you haven't watched yesterday's video on how we were literally blindly taking buy and sell signals, you can't look right here because this is market. This is within 5 minutes of market opening. Nobody's trading right there, so don't even pay attention to that. But once the market opens, look at this sell signal, and we did $6 grand in 4 days in that exercise. So just taking the open and looking for a buy or a sell signal. So go back and watch that video if you haven't. Okay. All right. So now I'm waiting for, oh, there it is. Okay. So here's an A plus setup right here. A plus setup to the downside, hot pink candle, sell signal, Maverick trender pegged to the top. All 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames. All 5 traders who have a completely different style are voting bearish across 6 time frames, and we got our A plus setup on the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar. All right, so we're going to sell here. We're going to take profit 750. Sorry, I have this too squished. Hang on. 750, stop loss 750. Okay, there we go. So here we go. We're looking to make 750 bucks every single day, taking the first A plus setup from the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar. Here we go. We're up 570 bucks so far. Came real close. Came real close. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. Okay. Down confidence arrow, boom. There's your 750 bucks. Let me show you on the P&L. There you go. There's your 750 bucks. And man, again, if you see pink, it will most likely sink. Maverick signals right here totally gave you that sell signal, setting you up. All 5 traders were bearish across 6 time frames. Maverick trender totally pegged to the top all the way back here. I mean, your Maverick trender's been pegged to the top, red all the way back here. bears are in control, red background, got a downtrend label, but all that, the Maverick radar is going through all of our checklist. Plus this Q is a very, 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 very complex formula that we have created to keep you on the right side of the tracks. And it's going through this entire checklist and it's saying, hey, you got an A+ setup to the downside. You better jump in. As long as you're not coming into some, 4-hour zone or something like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so Monday, we did 750. Tuesday, we did 750. Now let's jump into Wednesday. All right, let's take a look at Wednesday here. Kind of choppy into the open. Remember the first, and we talk about this a lot, but like the 30 minutes heading into market open, just don't, I would stay out because the rest of Wall Street is waiting for 9:30 and the bell to ring. All right, so here we go. 9:29. I need a couple more candles here. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep your eye right above the Maverick radar for an A+ setup. We're going to wait for that sucker. So keep your eye for the alert for when we have an A+ setup. Got a beautiful sell signal here. This is cool. All 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames. Tons of down confidence arrows. By the way, and you could get into this. I mean, this is a B setup, right? With a sell signal. Actually, you would have gotten him back here. And again, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, man, we did 6 Gs on 4 days, just blindly taking these buy and sell signals. So you got to go check that out. But one of the things I want to call out here, and we don't like to trade gray candles, but if you didn't care about that and you just watch the Maverick trender, look at this thing. This Maverick trender, you will never see it not on my charts on live trading. This thing called this move all the way back here. Unbelievable with a big old label right there. So just wildly powerful indicator. Again, you'll never see it not on my charts during live trades. All right, so, but we got to wait for an A+ setup. Getting a little bit of retracement. Remember, these are 1 minute candles, okay? So that was 3 minutes of retracement, okay? 3 minutes of retracement. All right, so this is like the minutia, right? This is why we are monitoring the 5-minute chart, but then we're looking for an entry in the 1 minute chart here, okay? So down confidence arrow, price is below the blue line. Haven't covered that yet, but we love to go long when price is above the blue line and short when price is below the blue line. It's called the Maverick guide. But yeah, we're gonna need a pop down if we're gonna get this A+ setup here. So now you got another red candle. The red candle is your second strongest downside data candle. So this thing is really figuring out which direction does it want to go. There, boom, there's your A+ setup right here. There's your A+ setup. So we're going to sell, okay? Maverick radar, the ultimate trading assistant, just pointed out an A+ setup. So we're going to go 750, and then we're going to go 7. Sorry, it's hard when you have the chart squished here, okay? All right, so now we're going to look to we got to hit this green line before we hit this orange line. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. And then boom, there you go. There's your $750. Let me pull this up here. There's it on the P&L so you can see it. TradingView registered it. And if you see pink, it will most likely sink. Down confidence arrow, down confidence arrow, Maverick trender pegged. Got your A+ setup on the Ultimate Trading Assistant. All 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames. We stack probability, folks. That's what we do. We stack probability. And the Maverick signal's giving you a beautiful heads up. Yes, you had 3 whole minutes of retracement, and really only 2 minutes of retracement, and then it started to come back down on gray candles, which yeah, just really, really awesome. Okay, so we won Monday, we won Tuesday, we won Wednesday. Let's take a look at Thursday. That if we lose on our 4th day, we'll still be profitable for the week, literally just taking blind signals from our ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick radar. All right, here's Thursday. We on market open? No, I got 2 more candles and 1 more. Okay, so this is your market open. Okay, great. So here's your market open. You can see down there Thursday the 2nd, 9:30 a.m. No grade from the Maverick radar here, the Ultimate Trading Assistant. So we're going to wait, keep your eyes peeled for right above it for that alert that we have an A+ setup, whether it's to the upside or whether it's to the downside. Bears are in control, red background. All 5 traders are voting mostly bearish on the first few time frames, but no Maverick trender yet. Market's still sussing itself out. But remember, we are on 1-minute candles. We're only 4 minutes into the market opening. All right, so just keep that in mind. A lot of gray candles. Thursday did kind of feel like a Friday because market was closed. But look at all this gray indecision candles that this indicator kept you out of if we continue to the upside. Not sure. Green candle, second strongest upside candle. All right, now you got a B setup. So my eyes are open, my ears are up. Okay, so you had it for a second, but you lost it. We are going for candle close, so it must close with an A+ setup. And you had a buy signal, but something changed in between there. Okay, and now you're back to it. So maybe it was just an early signal. All right, so here we go. We got the A+ setup to the upside. Okay, all the stars are aligning for an A+ setup on the Ultimate Trading Assistant, the Maverick Radar. You also have a buy signal here, which I just love. This makes me feel warm and fuzzy right here. You have a buy signal. Look at this last buy signal. Just really, really great. Again, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, go watch it. We did $6,000 in the week on 4 days just using this indicator with the Maverick AI Pro. All 5 traders are bullish across 6 time frames. I hope you realize how powerful this indicator is. 5 traders, all with a completely different style. This is like having 5 traders with a different style in the same room as you, telling you their votes every single tick. And then Maverick Trender's firing. So we got an A+ setup here, folks. A+ setup, right? Let me just align this. Okay, so we're going to take a buy here. Take profit 750. Stop loss 750. There we go. Let's get this down here. Love this buy signal right here. Just love it. So, all right, cool. All right, so we got to hit the green line before we hit the orange line. That's the name of the game. We're looking to make $750 a day. We won Monday, we won Tuesday, we won Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we won, and now we're looking for a win on Thursday. Okay. Oh, snap. Look at that. Look how close. Oh my gosh, look how close that came. That's crazy. So we're up $600. Unbelievable. But you know what? We got an up confidence hero. Up confidence hero. Up confidence hero. Boom. You nailed it. You hit it with the wick, but you nailed it. There's your 750. Boom. There it is. There's your P&L. $750. We just went 4 for 4 using the Ultimate Trading Assistant, serving up A+ setups right on our charts while we're trading. So let's do a quick recap using the Ultimate Trading Assistant, the Maverick Radar. Monday, hit that 750. Tuesday, hit that 750. Wednesday, we hit that 750. And Thursday, we hit that 750. Absolutely crushed it for a total of $3,000 on the week. Literally just blindly taking A+ setups from the Ultimate Trading Assistant, the Maverick Radar. I gotta say it, I would not trade this way where you're just blindly clicking the mouse. We wanna look at price action. We wanna look at our Maverick AI Pro. We wanna look at support and resistance levels and all that stuff, but I just wanted to show how dang powerful this game-changing indicator is to have on your charts. All right, so listen folks, not financial advice, do your own research. Nothing is ever guaranteed in the markets, but man, oh man, if you're looking for edge this year in your trading, if you've been looking for, you know, something better, something with edge, something that can give you that clear vision on your charts, we would love to help you crush it this year. Come check us out, okay? Again, not financial advice, do your own research, but man, like I always say, it's free to look, and we are having a ton of fun using these indicators every single day of the trading week. So come check us out. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.